November 1st is the Day of the Dead, a holiday mainly celebrated in Mexico and across Latin American countries. Latinos Organizing for Understanding and Development, also known as LOUD, is celebrating with an altar and art exhibition here in Madison this evening. The event connects Latino artists, organizations, and the community to celebrate welcoming back the souls of deceased relatives.
Today we'll have an altar display behind me, but we also have about a dozen artists who've created artwork based on their interpretation of Day of the Dead.
The event just started at 5 and runs until 9 tonight at the Commonwealth Gallery in the Madison Enterprise Center downtown.